Alright, hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial. This time I'm going to be playing the game Microsoft Flight Simulator X with the Pmdg Precision Manual Development Group 737-800 NGX. And today I'll be doing this flight. So to look up routes and other information for my flight, I go to flightaware.com. Here you can search your origin and destination, and you'll get all the real-world flights with their oops, let me just move that to the left. Sorry. With their um, with their routes and destination times, whatnot. So to look up so let's just type in your origin here. For me, it's gonna be San Francisco Airport. So it comes there, and to Los Angeles. Search it here, and I'm gonna take the United flight. So here we have the route WESLA1, the fix eBay AVOR SAD 6 arrival into Los Angeles. So with that information, we can also get our fuel information. So for that, I go to fuelplanner.com, select your aircraft. So I fly Pmdg, San Francisco, Los Angeles. So here it says to load 12,227 pounds of fuel. I have it in pounds because this website only does pounds, but I'm going to go ahead and start Flight Simulator. Oh, okay. Just waiting for Flight Simulator to start up. Okay, well, I'm just gonna wait for this thing to start up. While it does. And today I'm going to be flying online on the Virtual Air Traffic Simulation Network, which is basically an online network where all people playing Flight Simulator can fly together. Here's the website to VATSIM. So as you can see, you can be a pilot on VATSIM or an air traffic controller. I'm both, but I don't really do as much air traffic controlling as. So this is actually a picture of our aircraft, the 737 NGX, while still starting up. And I usually use the program VATSpy to see which air traffic controller is on. If we reload, we can tell that for our flight, San Francisco's not on, but Los Angeles approach and tower is on. So you can also see other aircraft: Delta 12, 216 Romeo Golf, stuff like that. So This is my tool to use that. I usually fly at airports which have air traffic control. While we wait for this to... Okay. No. No. Alright, so this is the aircraft select screen. I'm gonna hit change aircraft. Scrolling down the list. I think it's above. I'm gonna take the United 800 NGX United Airlines merger with winglets. Hit OK. Right. When it comes back, this happens a lot, but there it is. Change the enable some music. That's more annoying. Alright, so type in the airport ID. We're going to San Francisco. And we don't, whenever we're flying on VATS, we don't want to start on the active runway. So let's go to a nice medium gate. Medium or small. I think it's B25. Medium is bigger, so. Now we need to set it to the current time, so I'm going to go down here. So I have my Zulu clock up. You could do this easily by, whoops, just date time, additional clocks. Check this box, type in universal coordinate time, Zulu, hit OK. So whenever you click there, it comes up. So it's 10:49 p.m. and to convert that into 24 hours, we will just add 2 to 10. So, and then increase the 1 to 2. So it's 22:49 GMT. I'll actually just hit reset. 22, and it would be 17th. Yes, it'll be today. So, okay, so I think it is warm. Of course, because they're like 3 hours behind us, but check this to real world weather, update every 15 minutes. Wait for it to get the weather data. Let's load ourselves in. Okay guys, let's just wait for it to load. Alright, so now here we have a typical setup when I'm do I have active sky? That didn't work, did it? There's been a slight issue. Fortunately, I think my my headphone. No, why is it? Hold up, guy. I have to fix this. I don't know why. It's coming on my speakers, and I have no clue why. It is or is not. I don't know. Okay, well, there is not really going to be any sounds, unfortunately. Actually, if it really wants to be that way, maybe I'll just... Okay, so first I'm going to start up the in-control panel for VATSIM. Do I use active sky or scenery? Well, I have real environment extreme or Rex, but unfortunately it stopped working and I have no clue why, so I think I have to do a reinstall. So that used to take care of my sky, and for scenery I have Orbix or RBX, both the vector and world package, and in like 4 airports I have scenery. I have Dubai scenery. I think I don't know if I have San Francisco. I am at San Francisco, so I don't think I have San Francisco scenery. I have the Dulles Airport, Washington Dulles International Airport scenery. And yeah. I just wait for it to load. Is Orbix free? No, it is not. Orbix costs if I can see, let me just quickly fire up Chrome. RBX. Orbix is amazing, but unfortunately it's not free. There is freeware, not the world end. Oh, they actually have a 37% sale, which is nice. They have global, which is the global base and global vector. I got both of these. And they have a bunch of terrain regions, which are more detailed, like England, Ireland, North America, Central Rockies, Northern California. Airports, more airports, bunch of airports, but yeah. And you get demos, but these are ones I have. I have base and vector. You'll probably end up seeing it. It's alright, so I'm on here, and unfortunately not going to do anything right now. So let's get my information. So I'm United 1960. I can type in my call sign UAL 1960, enter, generate my flight plan. I'm departing San Francisco via the Westla 1 departure. Let me just copy that into the route box. And, oh my god. Okay, I think this would be odd flight level since I am going towards the east. That's the rule, so it's odd towards the east and even towards the west. So I think I'll do 350 for now. And send it. Well, there's nobody to send it to. Like connect. Okay, I'm connected. Now let's send this flight plan over. There. Whoops. I have my flight plan. Okay. Now let's get this airplane started. First though, let's just set the fuel. The cheap way of setting the fuel. 12227. Menu. The first thing let's do is navigate up, or actually you can just hit Shift 7 or 6. Sorry, Shift 6. You get the overhead control panel. So the first thing I do is set the emergency lights to arm. Set the hydraulics to on. We can leave these off actually right now. Make sure the probes are on. Window heats on. Make sure the battery's on. Standby power. APU, okay. Switch on yaw damper. Switch on these fans. Won't be able to hear a thing over this racket, but yeah. Switch on these APU bleed airs. And we can switch on some of these lights. Anti-collision. This should be off. The strobe should be off. Anti-collision on. Wing on. Wheel well on. Logo on for right now. I think I'll just make sure it's off. And we're ready to start the auxiliary power unit. Set these to auto. Do you guys... Oh. What did I say after Shift 7? Well, what I did was I just enabled these hydraulic switches over here. The window heats all to on position. Left fan, right fan to the auto position. The packs on auto. Isolation valve auto. Right pack auto. What is this? APU bleed. On. And over on the left side, whoops, I forgot to do this. Just make sure you hit the fuel switches. Make sure these lights are on, wheel well on, wing on, anti-collision. Logo. The only thing that shouldn't be on is strobe, so set that to the off position. And that's pretty much it. Now we can turn on the automatic auxiliary power unit. Sorry, it's auxiliary power unit. So let's put this on the on position and click the left click button once more till it goes into start and comes back to the on. Alright, yeah, I won't exit Flight Simulator. Alright, so we have to, you see this needle? This needle will go all the way up to the 8 and come back down to the 4. So we have to just wait till it comes back down to the 4. It's already going up. Yeah, it's about at the 8. It's coming back down. You'll see when it comes to the 4, a bunch of lights will come on and off. Alright, so it's APU. Oh, what the hell did I just do? Okay, so now it's at the 4. We can click APU on this switch and this middle switch. Okay, so just make sure you hit these two switches. Now you have to hit hit Shift 7 to go to the IRS, which is this, the inertial reference system, which basically tells the aircraft where it is, which direction it's pointing at, and stuff like that. So right click on both of these switches to turn them to the nav position, both of them. And to get this FMC up, just hit Shift 3. So now just click on the button next to FMC. Just hit init ref button. Clear all this stuff. And since we're at San Francisco, type in Ksfo. If you want to do it through the keypad, I just type it in, clicking it here. That feature is not available on the real airplane, but it helps when you have a keyboard. Oh, so now I get sound on my thing. Enter iris position. So just click this, click down here. Iris will go in, all these lights will stop. So Shift 7 to get rid of that. Alright, so now let's type in the route. Already highlights this field for us. Click origin, LAX. It's a destination. We do not know the departure runway yet, so our route, just hit FP here. Weslo 1. Oh crap. This is what happens when you forget to update your air-rack cycle. Oh god, okay. Hold up. I have to switch out right now. In issues like these, I go to charts.arrow. Oh god. You can't seriously be telling me that it went down in the time that okay. USA charts. Let's just search that, yeah. Now, what am I doing? That is not what I wanted. Okay, so the Weslo 1 does exist. Fortunately, I have to update my nav system, so I can't get it right now. We're going to the eBay eFix. All departures. So we just look for any departure that also goes to the eBay fix, or close to it at least. Nope. Nope. NO. Nope. Tell me if you guys see one with the fix. Oh, what is LNAV and VNAV? Well, LNAV stands for lateral navigation, which just can turn your airplane left or right. It's basically autopilot. And VNAV is vertical navigation, which moves your plane up or down from the autopilot. If you were asking about RNAV, well, there's basically three types of departures from the airport. One of them is standard instrumental departure, or SID, also known as SID. It's fully automated, so the airplane can take care of everything. RNAV is hybrid, which means that some of it can be done by a computer and some has to be done by the pilot himself controlling the airplane. And there is a pilot-only departure, which means the pilot has to do all the work to get to the first waypoint. Say hey 1 departure. Okay, I'll take that. So say hey 1 or something. Why don't I have anything? You know what? This is so annoying. I am so not liking this right now. You know what? I'm taking the San Francisco 3 departure. So the San Francisco 3 departure is a fully pilot navigation. So that's the pilot-only departure. So let's take the let's call the Ksfo too. Quickly go to the outside, top down, see what's the biggest runway. Yes, the cheap way of doing things, to find the biggest runway and go on it. Okay, so I believe the biggest runway are, in fact, the 28. To be specific, 28 or whatever it is. Right. Right. Let's go back to the virtual. Shift 3. Take the right runway. So vector gives you a vector to some. At point we'll take eBay. So route, next page. Type in your first fix. Oh my. Okay, note to self, always update your AirX cycle. Unless stuff like this happens. You don't. I just like to take the longest runway. If there was air traffic control on, I would. They would instruct me on which runway to use. Since I don't know, the exact what do you call it? I don't know the exact takeoff runway, so usually the air traffic control tells me since there's no air traffic control, I'll just take the longest runway to ensure proper takeoff. Yeah. So choose the arrivals of SAT 6 AVE transition. We'll take 7 right, does not matter at this point. Go back to legs page. Select AVE to cancel out this vector. Since vectors means usually the air traffic controller will tell you on which way to, will tell you a bunch of headings and which way to turn. And you should usually just follow him. We'll fix this before we get there. So activate, execute, init ref. The best way to find this information is to actually go into menu, FS actions, payload, and we can see the 134.0, that's our GW, or gross weight, 1340. Initial ref, let's type in 134.0. Yeah, the Unicom frequency will be 122.80 if there's no ATC. The ATC will contact you when you need to contact them. I'll put reserves as 5. Cost index at 70. This is usually just differs based on the airline. And as we know, our flight level is 350 because of the direction of flight. N1 limit, takeoff. We are going to use flaps 5 for our takeoff. Click all three of these buttons. Now you get to set the autopilot. So let's just close this out, we don't need it. If you see the V2 speed, which is 144, that's what we set our speedo to initially. Auto throttle on, don't worry, it won't take off your airplane. Flight director, other flight director. Set auto brakes to rejected takeoff. And increase the flaps to 5. There, now it's flaps 5. This will go all the way to the 5. A couple more things that we should probably set down over here. Terrain collision avoidance system to on. Squawk, I have no clue, so the air traffic control will tell you. Let's squawk mode Charlie. Yes, let's put this to 122.8. Make it the active frequency. Set this to 35,000 feet. The departure controller will tell you your initial altitude, and that's what you set this value to. But I really wish if I can find air traffic control next time, I will do a live stream with that, so it's more so you can tell what to do when there is an air traffic controller. But in this case, let's assume there isn't. Let's hit the LNAV switch right there. If possible, the VNAV switch if it engages. Sometimes it won't. Don't worry. Nothing's wrong. So let's CLB. Let's do max rate climb. Execute. And that's pretty much it for the setup. Alright, Unicom, let's tell people we're about to push back and start. Hit B to reset your altimeter. Shift 6. Engaging taxi lights. Let's switch off our packs so that our engines will start. And menu, FS actions, ground connections, remove the wheel chocks, and type in Shift P, the letter P, to start your pushback. Let's tell San Francisco traffic, pushing back. UAL 196. Right engine to ground position to start it. The I can't seriously be talking with someone inside me. Cut off switch. Next engine, TRD position. Wait till, let's get an ANG. Wait till this reaches 20. Make sure we haven't crossed the pushback. Alright, we can stop the pushback now. Okay, Shift P again. That's at 26, so we can just cut off as well. Alright, so when this engine comes back to off, let's switch it to CONT, or continuous. Switch on the right pack. Wait for this engine switch to come back to continuous. To off, I mean. On VATSIM, it is, you are not allowed to. You have to be on your machine at all times. So yes, if it is 16 hours, you are allowed to step, especially if you're over the oceanic and there's a controller. You can just say, I'm gonna step out of the cockpit for 30 minutes or so, but it's not encouraged. And the controller could deny your request, so you will have to stay there. If you can't, if you really need to sleep, I would just get off. I'll disconnect from VATSIM. Do it that way. Okay, let's pull this to continuous switch. Auto. Alright, there's a lot of people on this ground. Let me just see how to get there. The issue with not having a controller to direct you in any way is that, okay, so right, let's go up, cross both the runways, and get okay. So, a full 90-degree right turn for us. And let's taxi. Oh god. Hold up. Flight Simulator's being really laggy. Let me try switching off some of my other programs actually. See, 79%. No wonder. Let's end this. What is this? What is this? That was my YouTube. Open box, that's okay. That's fine. Let's close out the other windows though. Okay. Yeah, guys, it's usually not this laggy, but I actually believe the 737 is harder to learn than the 777. So if you know this aircraft, you pretty much know all of the aircraft. The 777 is remarkably similar to this, and so is all the Boeing aircraft. Slow down the brakes here. A lot. once you know one Boeing aircraft, you know all the Boeing aircraft. If anyone can help tell me like how I can improve my frame rate right now, that would be great, because this is really slow and laggy. Right, let's make a right at this taxiway. Now, guys, after I take off, I am going to leave. I just told you I'm not supposed to leave, but there's no air traffic control on. There's not going to be any air traffic control on for a little bit. So, I'm gonna quickly go eat my dinner while I'm in the air. Okay, so as we're approaching the runway, usually you would have the ground controller would hand you over to the tower controller. You will, whoa, switch your packs back. Oh wait, no, never mind. What am I doing? Lining lights, runway lights, strobe light. Announce that you are crossing to 8 left. Okay, 1960. We're just gonna take off. Another keyboard combination for takeoff go around key is Control-Shift-G, which will take control of your aircraft, increase its speed, Alright, for takeoff, increase your throttle once you're aligned with the runway to 60. Once it's available at 60, Control-Shift-G. What the heck? V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gears up. G key. flaps 2. F6 key. Autopilot engaged using that button over there. Vertical navigation again. Flaps up, flaps position 0, F5 will go up. Now we are above San Francisco. We are approaching rain clouds. I'm going to go ahead and start the wipers. Once when my gears wouldn't open for no random reason. At that waypoint, our airplane will make a left turn, a left U-turn. Okay, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go grab a snack. Okay, I'm back. Now, as we are about to cross, we're making the left turn now. We're about to cross 10,000 feet. We can switch off our wipers. Okay, at 10,000 feet. Landing lights off. Runway lights off. Now we just wait till we cross flight level 180. Interestingly, Flight Simulator is much better in the air than on the ground. It actually took me a day to learn the 737, most of it at least, and over the course of about a couple of years I learned more and more things about it. Even today I'm learning stuff about 737. I mean, the aircraft itself was pretty easy to learn. especially from the cold and dark cockpit state. But I mean, most of my time was spent learning VATSIM and its procedures, how to contact with the controllers, stuff like that. Okay. We are crossing 18,000 feet. We are gonna hit this standard switch right there, which will switch our altimeter to 29902. Fortunately on VATSIM, you're not allowed to speed up your flight or use any sort of simulation rate, or else you will probably get banned. cruise is very, very poor. We're contacting air traffic control. 132.6, right. Los Angeles Center with you, flight level 350, United 1960.
United 1960 LA Center, Squawk 7346.
Los Angeles Center, could you repeat that please? United 1960.
United 1960, Squawk 7346.
Squawk 7346, United 1960.
Upon 1006, radar contact 10 south of Avenel VOR. Do you have the Sadie 6 arrival?
Roger, we do have the Sadie 6 arrival on board. United 1960.
For on upon 1006, on upon 1006, do you have the Sadie 6 arrival?
Okay, so that was air traffic control center.
United 1960, radar contact 20 northwest of Avenel VOR. Cross Simon at 2000 LA altimeter 3000.
Roger, cross timing at 3000 LA altimeter 3000. United 1960.
United 1960, Simon at 12,000, please. 12,000.
Correction, timing at 2000. United 1960. Okay, so let's just put that restriction in there. Flight level 120 wants us to be at 280, so 280 at 12. First Simon. Okay, we have that.
Los Angeles Center, only Pong 1006, radio check.
On upon 1006 LA Center, loud and clear.
Hello, Center, good evening, Road 932 with you, flight 990, about 20 miles north of Avenel.
Radar 932, Los Angeles Center, radar contact, Squawk 717.
No, Center, what was that last number? I got 717.
Last number is 0.
Alright, Squawk 7170, Redwood 932. LA Center, only Pong 1006, radio check.
On upon 1006 LA Center, loud and clear. How about me?
With you 5x5.
Redwood 932, cross Simon at 2000, Los Angeles altimeter 3000.
Altimeter 3000, and we'll cross Simon at 2000, Redwood 932.
Alright, so 30 nautical miles till descent. Let's start the descent checklist. Shift 4. We don't know this anything yet, so, but we do know, we'll just set this 30. Done. Make sure everything is correctly set for arrival. And let's set this to 1-2000. Right, 1-2000. And we were gonna cross Simon at 1-2000. So I've set the speed to that. There. Well, I just want to see what. Whoa! What the? What the hell just happened? Ooh. Not good. Whatever. Random. Stupid desktop switching program. Oh, everybody's online. As soon as I leave San Francisco, everybody in San Francisco comes online, don't they? Doesn't matter because I'm going to be landing. We're going to get full air traffic control. Everything. Delivery, ground tower, and approach. And even ATIS. We're approaching the top of the descent point now. If you can see this display, it's the top of descent marker. Coming closer and closer towards us, and this is the point of our aircraft. We're crossing the waypoint, Derb. Derb, as you can see there. We're supposed to cross this at, how would you call it? 12,000. I'll just wait till this. I've set my aircraft to automatically pause at the top of the descent point, and so I'll have to hit P to unpause it from the top of the descent point. So if anybody's there, just text in the chat box to let me know that someone's actually listening. Alright, so we're coming up to the top of the descent. Just paused. I just unpaused it using the P key. Now, during this time, we will have to use a series of speed brakes and multiple other things to slow down our aircraft as we descend towards our destination. Alright. Looks as if we're about to start our descent. Let's just lower our... Well, I mean, the autopilot's going to do most of the work for us, and we're not going to have to do that much to the aircraft to bring it down to the ground. We will have to use speed brakes to slow it down and put flaps and everything. And I'm not going to do auto land, so I'm actually just going to do the manual landing once we get around. Okay, so now that we've started a descent, there's some key things that you have to see. Your speed that you're going down, and this little meter over here. This meter basically says that this is how much...
That was 6149, 20, 0.8 for 10,000.
Alright, sorry about that.
49 LA, set of Roger. Descend and maintain the 5,000 CM altimeters 29er, caution 3003.
Alright, so this shows how far above or below the glide path or the descent path we are. So right now, down means above the descent path, and up means below. This line, this little diamond here, represents the current descent path. And this number will say how much feet you are above it. Anywhere from 0 to 100 is okay. Anything above that is you want to try to either if you're above, you want to hit / or speed brake to slow your aircraft down, so you will bring it down. If you're below, you need to speed your aircraft up in order to catch up with the descent point. Most of the time you'll end up being too high, and you will have to pull the speed brake. Alright, so we'll just wait till we cross Simon at 12,000. 12,000. Alright, if you want, we can just listen to some ATC chatter. If anybody's watching, just text it in the chat. You can also ask questions about how and more clarification.
American 120 Mach number.
American 125 Mach 83.
125, maintain Mach 0.75 or less for space.
Okay, 75 or less, 125.
Hello, Center Lima, Alpha 313 with you. 46 miles east of the Peach Springs VOR descending at flight level 29,000.
Now 313 LA Center, contact Los Angeles Center on 134.65.
34.65, thank you, sir. Good day.
We're reaching the decel point, so we will have to pull the speed brake at that point to slow down our aircraft from 300 nautical miles knots to 280 knots.
6141, safe flight condition.
Say again for 6149.
Yeah, 6141, safe flight condition.
Except guy does not know what.
It's VMC.
Yeah, 6141, thank you. The airport is 1 o'clock below and 14 miles of port inside.
That guy does not know what cross.
Alright, so we do have the field in sight for 6149.
Yeah, with 6149, thank you, sir. Physical approach runway 30.
Cleared visual approach on that right traffic for 30, 6149.
Right, says drag required. We will hit
United
the forward
1960,
slash.
Contact Christian SoCal approach on 128.5.
Roger. Contact approach on 128.5. United 1960. Los Angeles approach with you 15,000 United 1960 descending towards waypoint Simon.
United 1960 SoCal approach, hello. Native Southwest current advising you have it. Expect ILS runway 24 at approach.
Roger, expect runway 24 right approach United 1960.
United 1960 ATIS Alpha is current, do you have it?
I do not have ATIS Alpha currently. United 1960.
United 1960 125012, visibility is unrestricted, T5 2200, 4500 scattered, assuming flight level 200 broken, temperature 182.10, altimeter 2000.
Roger. Now have ATIS Alpha and United 1960.
Upon 1006, heavy depart Santa Monica VOR, heading 070, vector final approach course.
Depart Santa Monica heading 070. All the clock and 06.
United 126, correction 1960, descend and maintain 7000.
Descend and maintain 7,000 United 1960.
United 1960, confirmed, descend and maintain 7000.
Roger, descend and maintain 7,000 United 1960.
All Nippon 1006 reaching 7000.
One upon 1006, descend and maintain 4000.
Descendment 4000, only on 1006.
Okay, now we're descending to 7,000 feet. At this point, let's configure our ILS speed. Our ILS frequency is 108.5, so our frequency right now. Shift 4. 08. 5. 08. 5. There. Now let's restart thing onto level change mode. In order to bring our aircraft down more. Let's switch on our landing lights. Runway lights. Set our
United 1916 traffic, 12 o'clock northbound. Level of 6,000 is a CRJ 200, he's restricted belay. Signal packet.
Roger, traffic in sight. At 6,000 feet, CRJ. United 1960. Yep. Okay, yeah, we see him right there. You can tell by the red blinking text. Bombardier CRJ at 3.59 miles, 6,000 feet.
Hello, Bush. Good afternoon. Redwood 932 is with you. 15,000, descending 12,000.
Redwood 932, SoCal approaching, plus runway 24 approach information, Victor's
Alright, have Victor, and we'll expect 24 right, Redwood 932.
Alright, let's set our auto brakes for 2 for a short runway. So we are going to expect radar vectors for approach. I'll just keep
1960, depart Santa Monica VOR heading 070, vector first course.
Roger, depart Santa Monica VOR heading 070, United 1960.
On the phone 1006, heavy turn right at 160.
Right, telling me to...
Sunrise heading 160, only on 1006.
I'm gonna hit heading select as soon as I get to the Santa Monica VOR. Almost there. Heading select.
On the phone 1006, heavy 13 miles from Jetsons, turn right heading 220, maintain 4,000 till establishing localizer, clear ILS runway 24 approach.
Right, let's type
Maintain
KLAX
4000 until establish and localizer.
/30
Only on 1006.
/10
1006, heavy confirmed, turn right heading 220.
/4.
Right heading 220, only on 1006.
Alright, so now we have our
United 1960, descend and maintain 4,000.
descend and maintain 4,000, United 1960. Right, let's descend and maintain 4,000. As the controller said. Set this to 4,000, hit level change mode again, and it will descend us. Let's also slow ourselves down a bit.
Redwood 932, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000, Redwood 932.
SoCal approach, American 125 heavies with you, 12,000.
American 125 heavy SoCal approach. Pick that left. Runway 25 left approach. 8 is Victor's current.
Okay, we'll pick up the ATIS and we'll expect the ALS 25 left, 125.
Alright, let's lower it to the flaps 1 speed, which is 182 knots. Alright, we see a 200 777.
On upon 1006 heavy, maintain 170 and after greater to jet sign, contact LA Tower 133.9 good day.
1702 knots and LA Tower. Good day.
American 125 heavy, reduce speed at 230.
I will drop her to 230, American 125 heavy.
Okay, now our descent is taking us further down. Holy crap. Alright, just switched on a light in my room. And Flight Simulator's going really slow.
Los Angeles SoCal approach is Skywest 2883 descending to 8,000 for 7,000.
Skywest 2883 SoCal approach. Charge.
Skywest 25 left approach, Skywest 2883.
American 125 heavy, descend and maintain 7,000.
Alright, 7,000, American 125 heavy.
United 1960, turn right heading 160.
Turn right heading 160, United 1960.
Skywest 2883, depart Seal Beach, fuel heading 330, right there, final approach course.
Departure was heading 330, Skywest 2883.
Alright, we're following his advice and turning right.
125 heavy at 7,000, reduce speed to 210.
Okay, there at
Alright,
10,
210 and 7,000, American
we
125.
want to be at 160. 160 knots.
United 1960, descend and maintain 2,500.
Descend and maintain 2,500, United 1960.
Red Blue 932, depart Santa Monica heading 070, right there, course.
Departure Santa Monica 070, and then radar factor is Red 1932.
United 1960, you're 9 miles from Jessup, turn right heading 230, maintain 2,500, still establish localizer, clear that LS runway 24 approach.
Curtis Alvarez, runway 24 right approach. Intercept localizer, turn right heading 230, United 1960.
Skywest 2883, reduce speed to 210, then you set to maintain 5,000.
200 to 5,000, Skywest.
Alright, so he said to intercept the vocalizer. So I hit Vorlock, move this right just so it would turn us. And Vorlock means it'll intercept us onto the ILS localizer, on which we will glide through. Let's also hit approach. And we'll pull another flaps on
SoCal
us.
approach, Canadian Express with you 7,000 for Steel Beach.
Canadian Express
We're
426, heavy SoCal approach.
taking flaps 30 for arrival.
Reduce 225 left approach for Canadian 426.
Redwood 932 after passing Santa Monica, just want to maintain 4,000.
Number 4000 after Santa Monica, Redwood 932.
Redwood 23, just confirming descending to 5,000. Skywest 2883, descend maintain 3,700.
Number 3,700, Skywest 2883.
Skywest 2883, Melon expedite that descent.
The last thing we want now is a joystick disconnect, so.
Skywest 2883.
United 1960, 170 knots are graded to Jetson, contact LA Tower 133.9 today.
Contact LA Tower 133.9er, United 1960. 133.9er, so let's contact.
Skywest 2883, it might work better. The airport, 9 o'clock and 14 miles, the evidence site.
LA Tower with you, 2,500 feet on the ILS localizer for runway 24 right, United 1960.
United 1960, 1250 at 11, runway 24 right, clear to land traffic departure, prior to arrival.
Runway 24 right, clear to land, United 1960. So we have been given clearance to land. Let's plot another flaps. One more flap. Let's actually pull two more flaps.
480 contact, SoCal View departure, 134.3 today.
Let's pull the speed brake to slow down.
124.3, Redwood 480.
Los Angeles Tower, afternoon, Mexico 631, short of 24 left.
Metro 631, squawk mode, Charlie, and for left line of point.
Line up on way 24 left, Mexico 631.
Okay, I'm gonna pull my gears out.
Mexico 631,
Lower speed to 139.
runway 24 left, clear takeoff.
Super left, super takeoff, Mexico 640, 631.
Mexico 631, cancel takeoff clearance.
Now to the bay, Mexico 631.
Okay, let's take menu control of this. This is hard because just ease it towards the runway. We're going too low, so I'm gonna
Mexico 631, is airborne.
Mexico 631, contact LA departure, 124.3.
24 straight, 631.
right. I have to correct this, so I'm gonna go slight. Alright, finally I actually got better frames now. gently pull back up on the stick. Frick. Reduce the throttle. Level out. And why am I going up? Okay, reverse thrusters using the F2. F1 to stop reverse thrusters.
United 1960, welcome to LA. Hold short 2 for left. Are you parking on the north side or the south side?
We'll take the north side. Hold short, runway 24 left. United 1960.
United 1960, cross runway 2 for left. Hold short, Echo. Contact ground 1 to 1.65. Holding short of Echo.
Cross runway 24 left. Hold short. Echo. Contact ground. United 1960. Yeah?
Los Angeles Tower, American 574, holding short runway 24 left, ready for departure.
American 524, squawk 7033.
Contact ground. He said something like 121.
1860 Los Angeles ground. Say what terminal you parking at tonight?
We'll take any parking on the north side. United 1960.
It is 1860 Roger, taxi to Terminal 3 via Echo Delta 10.
Roger, taxi to Terminal 3 via Echo Delta 10. Right, let's make a sharp right turn. I really hope I'm not going the wrong way. I've never been to this airport before. I might be going the wrong way, actually. I'm assuming that's Terminal 1, 2, and 3. If I can quickly take a look at a chart. Alright, let's just park right in here.
And Metro 1790 is ready to taxi with Victor.
Metro 1790, room 4 left, taxi via Delta 9, Echo, Los Angeles, altimeter 29er.
Yep,
Triple Niner, Delta 9 Echo to 24 left, Metro 1790.
let's just park here. I do not know. I did. Yeah, I did. I do not know why I couldn't see a thing, but whatever. Let's turn all these lights off. 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 Or wait, no. Sorry, off. Switch all the lights. It should be easier. Shift 6 mode. Lights off. Engine cut off. We'll just switch back up. Make sure I already put all the flaps up and the speed brake down. At this point, we switch on make sure the APU is on.
Metro 1790, if you could hold short of Echo 8 real quick.
Holding short of Echo 8, Metro 1790.
Alright, switch all these off. We can switch off window heat. Just basically undo everything.
Metro 1790, what's going to happen here is the American's going to turn off the runway on Echo 8. You're going to go ahead forward on Echo and hold short of runway 24 left of Victor.
Hold short of 24 left at Victor, Metro 1790.
Yeah, sorry for that weird landing.
And Metro
The flight
1790,
spider
thank you
was,
for your help. Contact Tower now 13390. Have a nice flight.
glitching out.
British Tower, Metro 1790.
Right, switch off all of these fuel switches. And that's it. We are done. Everything is off. One more thing, we can set this to off. And everything's off and ready for the next pilot. We could reset all these switches, but anyways, thank you for flying with me. And I hope I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching and bye.